All right. So we're still getting the Seraphina and Karma banned. Irrelevance Jax is banned. Now we have a Maokai ban. And we're going to first pick Callisto one more time. So we'll go ahead and take Draven. Will be the Nautilus pickup. So securing support right there. Rel is going to be Flex. Azir taken away from Perks. Vi also selected after seeing Draven. Milia can knock Vi away though during Vi Q. Let's get a top lane pick. Okay, so we have two flexes. This is an interesting draft from SK, right? This could be top or jungle. This could be support or jungle. So right now, lots of question marks on the last two picks. You love to see these kind of deceptive drafts. Case Wonder takes Zac. Yes, Hui was banned. Now we get to see Perks' Hui. And just a safe Gnar pickup. And Malphite into Gnar. Okay. This is supposed to be a punish onto the Hui and possibly the Callista. Right?
Know if this was the angle for Hui. I think he needs more kind of a, hey, I can play very far away and Zac can engage to set up for that play, or I need something that's going to be able to...
Yeah, Callista also just won't do anything to Malphite. Tough lane, though. Tough lane, you'd think, versus Gnar.
We have changed the drafts. We're not to full scaling to losing out the map like
one shot to someone on the back line.
So that could
engage that money ankle.
As we go to game 3, a quick reminder to you all, loser is out. Going home, done. Completely off the board until spring. Isma going to take some good damage from Wonder. In the meantime, just push him down, but 40 seconds means he's fine to go back and heal up and come back out for his first clear.
Yeah, Relevant got to spot out Wonder, take a little bit of hurt himself, but I don't think it's really going to mean too much in the long run. Wonder will have push in topside, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Isma start up onto this topside jungle, which is why we see Heretics just placing a ward there to spot out the poppies and make his way through his jungle. I'd imagine he'll go like red, Krugs, Raptors down into that bottom side of the map and making sure that then he's able to play towards what is going to be a very explosive bottom lane. You can see even the double ignite and the hail of blades as well for Exekick means that they're going to be looking to very quickly turn the tides of this bot lane in their favor.
Oh yeah, we know Draven lane, Callista lane, whoever comes out of that lane alive probably going to start running the game. It's what the death set.
Super strong engage on SK side though.
DOS versus Flacket and Kais is a very important lane.
You know, the thing you have to remember with Gnar is that Gnar is really secondary engage, guys. So, you know, if there isn't a good Vi ult here or potentially a good Nautilus ult, you're not going to have very good setup for the Gnar in team fights. I think what's a little bit weird here is that, again, this is screaming like pick comp. You know, you can use Hui's range to get some kills and like put down long range damage, which allows you to kind of, you know, follow up on potential Vi, Nautilus, Callista engages. The Gnar is not the greatest in pick comps, but I think they picked this because SK's draft was very deceptive in terms of who was going where. So they wanted just kind of a all-round safe laner. But honestly, the team fighting of Heretics is going to be a little bit janky. And I'm not even sure they're really going to be able to do much when it comes to early Drakes because, you know, this trio of Poppy, you know, if you're going to pick the Callista, like why you would not ban the Poppy is like fucking psycho to me. You know what I mean? No, Cassante was not banned. But if you show Callista, oh, Cassante was banned and Alistar was banned here. You have to ban Poppy. Like this is not it. Like first off, you see this flex, so you know that there's going to be a possible flex option in R5, right? R5 is going to be a flex. And if you ban Cassante, like maybe you don't want them picking Cassante here, but Poppy is crazy value here. You can stop Vi Q, you can stop Hook, and most importantly, you stop Callista from moving. So I think what you know, I think you just have to say like, we want to pick Cassante here. Or here, obviously, whatever. on this phase of the draft. Because this is not it. Like, you cannot take Kalista and leave Poppy out. Because you're also dealing with what is effectively a very, very strong... You're dealing with a very strong bot lane. Because you do not win this 3v3 if you're Heretics. And losing the 3v3 is really rough because you need to win it to take drag. Right? So I think this is going to be super hard. Because there's almost nothing that's going to prevent Isma. Okay, Isma's doing the... He's doing the peanut, guys. This is really smart. He's doing the peanut, which is bypass ward. So he takes camp. Let's talk about the pathing here. So he takes red, right? Hits level 2. Now, they don't see him on Raptors, so they assume he's here, right? They assume he's here on Krugs. Remember, what is Vi before level 3? Turd. So the thing is you do not need level 3 on Poppy. Because level 3, you get W. But, riddle me this, guys. If Jankos is only level 2, and he's not going to get level 3 because he doesn't have Flash. Or he doesn't have Smite, rather. Why do you need W if Vi does not have Q? You don't. You don't. So normally, you wouldn't level 2 gank as Poppy. But in this circumstance, in this matchup of Poppy versus Vi,
this could be the biggest Chad move ever. If it plays off, the ward is down.
Jankos needs to leave. He grieves this. He has to flash. He has to flash. He has to flash. Okay.
Grump almost kills Jankos. Isma now has a Grump.
He had to flash earlier, guys. He almost died.
He's waiting it out. He'll take it. Isma is the biggest Chad I've seen in the LEC this year.
So fucking smart by Isma, by the way.
The summoner spell off the back of that is amazing. Now Niski and Perks trading heavily in the mid lane, but Perks has to be careful. You don't have help.
That's how you play that matchup. So smart, guys. They had the deep ward in too, so they knew that Vi started blue into Grump. It's really good. Punish Vi early. Name of the game.
What a guy. I mean, we talked about the aggression of him. That kind of shows at new level. It's funny because like that felt like Bo FPX vibes as Hex Flash. Just wants to get through. Where are we going? Yankos is back out. The shove doesn't hit the wall. Hang on a minute.
Doesn't have Q. He can't do shit.
Yeah, you're right. Doss is coming in to help. He controls the map. He's in Yankos' head right now.
Dude, Isma's just chatting all over him. This is such good Poppy play. As a Poppy enthusiast, I'm fucking hard, guys.
They see that he's taking it. Doss is still here to help. No, are missing bot lane, so they don't feel like they can really go for this. But as soon as you see Kalista and Nautilus showing that wave again, Isma's going to start up this red buff and make sure that he's able to keep control here.
Jankos also cannot hit. He's taken 2 camps, so he can't hit 3.
Niski, good push on mid, level advantage as well. So Jankos still level 2, going to try and fight this. Doss spots out Kaiser.
Hex Flash, remember.
No. Okay, Isma needs to go. Okay. Stops the engage. Jankos again. No. Oh my god, really? He overplayed his hand, guys. Flash in from Kaiser. Does get the W. But still pulls him back. X-Kick just not here. Ah, man.
Doss spots out Kaiser.
Hex Flash, remember, is
he's able to keep control here. Niski.
I wish they would click on Poppy. Here's the mistake he makes, guys. Here's the mistake he makes. He uses E right here. You cannot use E. You can't use E on the creep.
Level advantage as well. So
Okay? Because you need E to CC or to escape. Okay, so his E is on cooldown right now. He needs E to E Kaiser right now. Because at least he gets over and goes to Draven in that case. But he doesn't have E. So he's dead. Here's the rule of Poppy Jungle. Do not use E if danger. You need E. And the damage it does to that camp is just not worth that. I think he lives if he doesn't use E.
That's karma immediately for first blood over to Flackett.
Exekick just trying to get that wave push meant that he wasn't able to come across, and the fact that Flackett and Kaiser were willing to drop that push on bot, know that Exekick wasn't going to be able to really push that quickly, means that they're able to come across and help him out. So realistically, Kaiser and Flackett lose nothing, but they get that kill. And Isma, look, you're even Stevens.
It's obviously super good for the bot side of Heretics.
Kill to Flackett is going to help him out a lot.
As you said, it's more than just jungle getting caught out there being cocky. As you said, it's
If he goes towards Draven, they win that 3v3. Only if he has E. He literally can't get there without E. Because he just gets hooked by Nautilus. He doesn't have a choice. If he has E, then he can get to Draven. And they win that. But he trolled by using E on red.
been completely cleared, and Jankos was able to get his back off.
He trolled because E was on cooldown, guys.
Realize that there's a pink ward there, so immediately they know where he is. Niski gonna take a little bit of hurt, but watch boss. Wave is gonna push in again. Jankos trying to make his way down to this bottom side. Isma still has no flash. Spot on the ward. But I don't know if you can go for this. Jankos will just about be here in time.
Another ward there to spot. Flacked low on mana, but as you said, Jankos here to match. And XP now even as irrelevant is running down Wonder.
Oh no.
The Team Heretics top laner trying to get out, but he...
Oh! Why did he use flash?
Name him right. Spot. Flacked low on mana, but as you said, Jankos...
How do you... How? How does this happen? He's not even 6. You have fleet footwork. He's not 6. How is this possible? I actually do not understand how this is even possible.
Here to match, and XP now even as irrelevant is running down Wonder.
Oh no.
The team...
He literally gets tagged by the auto after he flies. There's the auto animation. Boom. He just gets autoed.
Name him relevant already. It's been so every single day.
The fact that this Malphite is getting the kill onto Nara is not the best of signs for Wonder.
No.
Solo killed last week. Now getting solo killed this week. Perk's already been solo killed once. Does not want to make it twice. As Niski very, very close. Still has his flash, so going to be fine in that one. But you're solo.
Did he greed for a plate? Like,
and you got to give respect.
do we see? Oh, here's the replay. No, that's not a replay. It's him hitting 6 and then chasing Wonder down. Okay, we just don't get a replay. Fine. By the way, guys, LEC production just as good as it was before the layoffs. That's what Twitter tells me. Lil Monty, you were wrong. Nothing changed. Don't even get a replay of that, I guess. Very cool.
No, if you can go for this, Jankos will just about be here in time.
Another ward there.
No, he doesn't even get a plate. He's just greeting for minions. Was it frozen? It's really hard to tell. Yeah, it was frozen. Okay, that's pretty annoying. So he's actually able to trade really effectively because this is frozen. And he has a Doran's Ring for mana regen, so I guess he just gets hit by a Q spam.
He's on the edge of potentially going back in, but there's nothing in the bottom side. Bottom has been completely cleared, and Jankos was able to get his back off.
Isma just wandering into this bottom side now to see what he can spot. Will be spot on the ward.
So the wave gets frozen, and Wonder is antsy about that. And then because Doran's Ring, he just gets a million Qs onto him. He misses his boomerang, like he doesn't catch it. That's probably true. It's a good insight. It's a good insight, Matty, man. It's possible.
Just wandering into this bottom side now to see what he can spot.
I wish we had replays so I could just look with my eyes and look at his cooldowns.
trying to make his way down to this bottom side. Isma still has no flash. Spot on the ward. But I don't know if you can go for this. Jankos will just about be here in time.
Another ward there to spot. Flaccid low on mana, but as you said, Jankos here to match. XP now.
He may have thrown Boomerang, got hit by Q, so maybe he wasn't fast enough to catch it. Maybe that's what happened. Horrific flash, though. Do the teams get replays? Yes, the teams have replays.
This Malphite is getting the kill onto Nar is not the best of signs for Wonder.
No.
Solo killed last week. Now getting solo killed this week. Perk's already been solo killed once. Does not want to make it twice.
No, just give them mana, though.
Still has his flash, so we're going to be fine in that one. But you're getting the plate on that bottom side, so Exekick, even though you have the kill going over towards Flaccid, in the early stages, still evening up a lot of that thanks to CS lead and the plate that he's managed to get.
This early game's still even, but so much has happened. And you got to give respect to Isma, how he's played it out, but now not only him, Irrelevant running down the Gnar. We already talked about the teamfight capabilities, how easy it is for SK to run down this comp as it goes on. Seeing the lane off to a bad start for Wonder is like, well, a bit of a kick in the shin. But
this is the thing, I mean, for Isma to come in, it's elimination game for SK, and you say, I'm going to flash over Baron Pit to chase into Jankos' jungle, the most, like, from a longevity perspective, the jungler of the LEC. And he's like, cool, I'm going to go and sandwich him in against the wall in his own jungle. Like, that's absolutely incredible. But did end up coming back to backfire. But I got to love the gusto and give props to him. If he can now keep this pressure up, where he keeps going towards this bottom side, it could work out. Wonder will need help, though. Irrelevant still has the level 6. I think he's fine. As you said, the ulti to come through. Irrelevant pops it. Jankos tries to match, but he's just outside of range. Picture-in-picture, bottom side sees that X kicks in a bit of trouble, but it could be Kaiser gets traded off. Draven's down through. A bit of burn damage from the end of the Ignite. X-Kick now has...
Thoughts on Fearless Draft? Fine for amateur to expand players' champ pools. Fucking terrible for professional. Fucking terrible. The only people who want that at the professional level are little clapping monkeys who can't get entertainment out of champions being played well, but who just need to see new champions being played badly. Also, why are we punishing people for winning on picks? So let me get this straight, guys. What you want is you want a pro player in a pro game to come out with a surprising new pick, win one game with it, and then have it be banned and the other team not have to adapt. What is the point of even innovating at that point in time, guys? You literally cannot have surprise picks or surprise compositions because they work one time. They work one time. Do you hate watching players get their best champions? Like, it's actually psychotic that people would want that at the professional level. You think there would be innovation? You think there's no innovation now? Imagine how little innovation there would be if you could not come up with a surprise pick.
Has the wave in his favor, though, and you can see they're trying to make this a further up play on Flaccid and Kaiser. Yeah, Niski has pushed mid, so Perks would either have to drop the wave to come, or they're just going to have to leave Kaiser and Flaccid to their own.
It's like, you're good at this composition. Well, the enemy doesn't have to figure it out. You just don't get to play it anymore.
As quickly as he can, but he won't be here.
No adaptation. Just a fiesta. So shit. That's unlucky. Exekick burns flash for that too. What actually gets the kill there? Oh, that's Q2. The second part of Q.
Ren slows them down, but Jankos doesn't have any power. Niski's coming in off the win. SK have numbers advantage for now, but Perks is here with his gigantic range and spiraling despair. So they have to be careful. SK overstay that, Draven's going to lose it all.
Heretics can't go forward though. Niski has ultimate, so immediately they would be overextended off the back of that play. So 2 plates and a kill response now into that bottom side.
So true.
SK are starting to get those advantages. Like you can see at the bottom of your screen, a lot of those numbers turned red over the last few passages of play. And even though Isma did get shut down a little bit early, SK are fighting back well here.
He's not stopping, is he? He's just in the enemy jungle again. Smite, no. Jankos going to pick this one up. Isma just walks away. Even though he's being cheeky, Jankos now takes a small portion of the CS lead. But Isma's still a threat. He's slowed down that level 6 on buy. I think that's another big thing, another big engage tool that gives Jankos more of an edge as well. He's delayed that. Now to 8 minutes, Jankos half the way to level 6 as he starts taking his blue, while Niski starts moving into Fog 4 as well.
Isma is definitely behind on levels though. Level 4 coming up to the nearly 8-minute mark. This is where you traditionally see junglers be hitting level 6. So Isma definitely wants to try and get his own camps and make sure he's okay. Because at this stage, Jankos is just going to start to be in the case of, hey, look, he's about to go a level ahead of him already, but pushing up towards level 6 is going to make it nigh impossible for Isma to try and do anything. So I think they're going to try and go for Dragon here, but it is going to be a slow process, so I think Isma off the back of this will have to take a step back off the map and try and get towards his own level 6.
It's a disaster now because they're getting first Drake.
So, not really sticking around. I assume that will be his trade just here as the Dragon starts.
At least this time with the Void Grubs, you have the Gnar.
Can't believe Poppy's behind on camps.
Before, but more
At least my grief that invade, dude. It was so good.
an edge for Wonder would be nice considering how this game started out. He does have a CS lead in the top
It was such a good set play.
To quickly mention CS lead for Niski and
Then I got griefed because he had to use heroic charge on red buff.
Care too much if you're irrelevant, especially when that Draven right now. That's a 207 stack in, cash in, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of gold sitting on the bench. All X-Kick needs to do is cash it in, and I feel like this game is going to swing even further to Team Heretics. Excuse me, to SK.
They just need to make sure they can actually get anything, because gold is even at the moment, and the Goon Squad is here. They want to try and move in onto this bottom side and punish Isma for a little of his transgressions earlier on, but not really in a position to do so. Again, you are still a little bit nervous with Serrated Dirk and double longsword there for X-Kick. Could be in a bit of problems, so they're just going to back it on up. And again, there you go, Isma is starting now to hit his level 6, catch up on Jankos as he's able to get his camps. Now he can start to be a little bit more proactive on the map once more.
And the fact that he has the ult 2, the ability to knock away some core damage pieces, some engage tools, it feels like, again, that Poppy is going to come into massive amounts of value. I just love, again, as you said, when your back's against the wall, Isma...
The Poppy's still so huge here, guys. The Poppy is like game-breaking, actually.
In the LPL, in FPX,
Why would you ban Cassante and Alistair when you just leave them Poppy?
Level 4. Same deal. Got the enemy jungle and literally went 16 kills in his first game or something because
Doing
of it.
the ice coke, you know?
Yeah.
One of the old
What a
LPL
legend.
junglers who would just like flash
People be
everyone
like, who is
existence
Ice
level
Coke?
2, 3. Some of our old casting days, but Isma's still in a great spot. Level 6, it just, you kind of feel the need for Heretics to do something, and doing something maybe Wonder leaving this tower, because there is a
Isma, stop doing this. I swear to God, the next time you E a fucking camp,
It's just nice that he's
do not E the camps. I do not care if you think you're in danger or not. You do not, it doesn't do that much damage. You do not have to E the camps.
irrelevant in the meantime.
And even if you are not going to die, let's pretend they make a mistake. Like, let's pretend they walk up on you. Now you don't have CC to kill them. So even if you won't die, it's still infinity times better to have E there. You are still going to do the camps quickly. You have 4 points in Q, and you have a Bomby Cinder. Okay?
Off the next wave, they'd get greedy. Wonder's definitely
You're
gonna
also
do that.
not going to take damage from fucking jungle camps at this point in the time.
Relevant's getting a push in bot.
It's so tilting, honestly.
It looks like the whole
It's so
map is
tilting.
line for SK. So Dagger's not even a trade-off here. X-Kick able to push in. Irrelevant gonna get a turret plate. Mid gets shoved in, then they move up to Void Grubs. SK are getting...
It's not even if you know they won't contest you. It's yeah. Okay, if you know 100% they're not coming, then you can use E. Yes.
And they're just
And at the beginning of the game, you can use E. You need E at the beginning of the game not to take too much damage. You do not need it at 11 minutes in.
TP in for this one with Relevant, though, if they want to make this a special.
That's a Malphite angle if I've ever seen one. Yankos, Kaiser, Flacket, who is it? Onto Perks. Irrelevant's like, guys,
Oh my God. He caught Yankos after the Q on the other side of the wall.
that's a two-man, but
Now he has to flash.
SK, it looked good. It threatens them off, but for SK, the follow-through...
Peanut would E the camp. That doesn't matter. Peanut makes mistakes too. Yeah, Peanut would not. Peanut would have crushed them with that invade, dude. Peanut would have just driven the dagger straight into their heart.
Slow. So, hey, look, we're just going to go take these Void Grubs, make sure we're all good. Even just getting one would have been fine, but instead now, you've got Irrelevant who's on the top.
Yeah,
side.
can't capitalize on the Malphite ult. That feels super bad.
Are still getting a lot of this pressure on the bottom side. With this wave push, Flacket should be able to get a play for himself as well. So even though SK don't technically get any kills, Heretics should still be able to get a good amount of...
Peanut keeps the Vi at level 2 until 5 minutes, probably.
Even up against SK.
And look, what you're talking about,
Because he wouldn't use E on the red buff. Or, I mean, the other thing is like, or Draven gets first blood.
While that might give
You know, it's either Vi is level 2 or Draven gets first blood. That should have been the trade, right? That should have been the trade. But Yzma trolled. So here we are.
Setup is always good. As Dagda, a minute till the Dragon. Team Heretics are moving down to the bottom side, but at least SK doing their due diligence, getting some deep vision themselves, with Isma Dos going into enemy jungle and trying to track the follow-up from Team Heretics. Well, look at him again. Just give him a hull breaker at this point. Irrelevance, just whacking turrets for free.
I mean, Niski's doing the same here, though. Won't quite be able to get the Terror down on that bot side, but will get a turret play for himself as well. Reset coming through from Exakick with 30 seconds on towards Dragon. Immediately move in mid, shove out that wave, and start to lean in over towards that Dragon objective. So, SK, looks like they're stepping up here, especially with Yum's completed for Exakick. This is the time when you want to try and fight for this objective. Like, you don't even have your first item complete onto perks or flacket, so this would be a big win for SK if they can find this fight.
Just put them into such a good state, and getting the Mountain Dragon as well, those bonus stats for irrelevant. I know I talk about dragons all the time, but it just feels like this is so relevant. Pun intended, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Not holding back today. Team Heretics for their pick, or will it be DOS to set it up? Look at the movement from X-Kick from Isma. Dredgeline connects, they've found the support. What was DOS doing here? He felt so confident, but instead giving a kill over to Flacket in front of the Dragon. Big mistake from X-Kick. So relevant. Pun intended, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Not holding back today. Team Heretics for their pick.
I mean, they have no prio. DOS can't stand there. Draven's under turret.
From X-Kick from Isma. Dredgeline connects, they've found the support. What was DOS doing here? He felt so confident. But Team Heretics for their pick, or will
Maybe he thought Poppy would ult for him.
From X-Kick from Isma. Dredgeline connects, they've found the support. What was DOS doing here? He felt so confident, but instead giving a kill over to Flacket in front of the
I feel like
DOS to set it up.
I feel like Poppy could have ulted.
From Isma. Dredgeline connects, they've found the support. What was DOS doing here? He felt so confident, but instead giving a kill over Flacket in front of the Dragon.
I wonder why Poppy didn't ult.
By the support on the elimination game.
I think he lives if Poppy ults Flacket away.
Could have flashed out, but instead tried to just go for the speed up and was like, cool, this would be enough. Hoping to keep his crash down for the fight, but it meant that Heretics able to punish. And just that little overextension for DOS now shuts down a lot of the power play that SK could have gone for.
Unstoppable force to the top side. Wonder, not again, not again. Irrelevant running.
Irrelevant has no mana.
To build the distance. Dragon going down the meantime. It is a smite to secure, but DOS is now back alive. Magnet Storm comes through. Exakick flies in, but it's an ultimate. However, no one from Team Heretics are there.
Oh, they got the cash in.
Time for Exakick opening up the enemy jungler.
May even get to open up a little bit more as well. Niski moving down towards this bot side should be able to push it out. SK trying to establish vision on the bot side so he can get that turret for himself.
Finally, I mean, this should have happened a lot sooner. It is egregious, guys, that it took until 14 minutes with Poppy, Draven, Rel into Kalista to get a kill on the bot lane. Like, this Kalista should have been absolutely bodied on the bot side, in my opinion.
Some more gold. First turret blood given over. Jumps in, sets it up. Strange names. 2-item Draven versus 1-item Kalista, who also has 2 kills, by the way. It's an insane path that X-Kick now walks on this R1 Draven.
And the fact now that you get to just play off of X-Kick strength is going to make it very difficult for Heretics.
Yep.
You can kind of see in that fight that Perks hasn't really hit the point where he's doing a ton of damage. So a Yanko's Perks combo threat onto X-Kick isn't doing a huge amount. They need Wonder to help them with access here. But as long as X-Kick has his flash up, I think he'll be relatively fine. And if SK are able to threat onto X-Kick isn't doing a huge amount, they need Wonder to help them with access here. But as long as X-Kick has his flash up, I think he'll be relatively fine. And if SK are able to keep the pressure on the map, so they're the
He's eating the scuttle crab, guys.
First, they're the ones that are keeping
so dangerous.
Then it makes it even harder for Heretics to buy access to X.
It's almost like the coaches told Yzma what to do at level 2, and Yzma doesn't actually know how to play Poppy.
You know, a lot of the time you're going to see.
You know what I mean? As soon as it went off script, he started fucking up. And I really think he could have ulted to save DOS.
But I'm bringing this up because in 14-2 they got buffed. They got buffed to 0.6 ability haste each.
How did the draft go for it to go like this? Well, they fucked up not banning Poppy. I think that was their biggest fuck up.
With a Malphite as well. feels like SK having an infernal soul this game is enough.
Poppy is just so giga easy to play into this comp that Heretics has.
Holding Team Heretics back and has been stomping their stamp of approval all game long. Yankos coming up. Does Irrelevant care? Nice sidestep. Just looks at Yankos. He doesn't care. This mouth bite is almost to one item and getting to the point of unkillable, or at least feels like he is.
And with Heretics committing towards that top side, SK get pushing mid here, so should be able to get control here. Nothing invested on either side though, so looks like maybe SK aren't as committed to being like, hey, we can actually go for this mid. You're not pushing bot side for Niski, so it looks like
He's had 5 Poppy games ever in his entire career, Yzma.
But Heretics, they're trying to find these moments where
I'm looking it up right
I
now.
don't think they should be doing it for Irrelevant though, because Irrelevant is just way too tanky.
4 of them are last year. He's 3-1 on the champion last year, but this is only his 5th game.
Niski on the sideline, because when you have Yankos who can just avoid a lot of the escape tools that Niski has, I think that's where you can start to look for plays with Kaiser as well to follow up.
That Nautilus has got to be a pivotal tool to those picks. Team Heretics need something. It's 1 minute 30 till Dragon. They're trying to find a bit of priority up in this top side. Remember as well, if there's a slip up
Yeah, I'm just really not a fan because, like, when you have, 1 or 2 points in E, it does like 200 or 300 damage if you hit the wall bang.
depending on what happens here.
And it just doesn't make a big difference in your clear speed, but the downside is just so huge. Okay, he misses ult. Why did he use W?
Depending on what happens here, it looks like top could be the play as Yzma is the one showing. But Niski might find this himself as he pops out the ulti.
Why does he use W?
Doesn't connect. Kaiser goes over it. Depth charge onto Niski.
Maybe, I guess he thought that Vi had Q, but Vi's Q is on cooldown. Oh, it doesn't matter.
We've got a spiraling despair onto Yzma. It kills Niski in the meantime, but
Oh, God.
Oh, do the Mr. Krabs up. Exit kick is cashing in again. He loves his money. But Irrelevant lands a 3-man. In the meantime, they
Gets a nice stun, though, on the Yankos.
Maybe an opportunity for Team Heretics is golden to buy time. It's teleports coming.
Yankos ults into the wall, next to the wall, which makes the Poppy E so easy.
We've got a spiraling despair onto Yzma. It kills Niski in the meantime, but Irrelevant lands a 3-man. In the meantime, they connect. Kaiser goes over it. Depth charge onto Niski.
I mean, they get the depth charge down, but he literally just doesn't take any damage because there's no follow-up damage, and he has arm guard. So he's able just to flash out, while Irrelevant gets a great ult onto them. And you may think this ult is weird because you can't push back Vi while she's unstoppable, but it prevents any follow-up. So Wonder decides he has to flash over, but he's not Mega Gnar this whole fight, and he literally dies right before he can hit Mega. It's actually a good ult. Niski plays that really well, I think.
He loves his money. Plankton is sent to pack in here as Heretics go to base. It's a beautiful day for SK with all the money that they've just made for Exakick.
Yeah, the value of that arm guard and the value of going Zhonya's second is actually huge here because of Vi. And Nautilus ult, I guess, do targeted ults.
With that 3-man ultimate, that was beautiful from SK.
It's now a 6K gold lead just about.
What's going on with Draven's build? He literally buys a Sundered Sky after this fight. That's funny. Sundered Sky, 3rd item. Interesting. I guess it like helps him survive the pick potential. You get the HP and then you can actually get some lifesteal. Peter Dunn reaction.
Well, it's a double cash in, and you can see why good for SK. That could have been the fight. Heretics knocks out Jin. It's looking good for SK. That could have been the fight. That knocks out.
That's a good reaction clip. Fuck.
Heretics do not look happy. And you can see why. I mean, this is a roster with high expectations. It might only
Hans, I've been going that build and stomping in solo queue. Yeah, it looks interesting.
Perks back on a roster together. And you're saying, man, this should be a top 3 team. Right now, they're going to be top of anything as they, on death's door, getting eliminated onto a relevant Dredgeline there. He holds out just for good measure as Team Heretics keep trying to find
the players that are on this roster, but now desperation sinking in. Baron has spawned 20 minutes on the clock.
Poppy ult?
They spot them. Heretics
TY for leashed, Poppy ult?
They haven't yet. No ult on Irrelevant. They feel like they can do it.
ult on Isma to send them
TY for leash, Poppy ult.
Desperation's a right word.
Charge it up, Isma. Let's go.
Bottom left.
You waiting for no Meganar?
Death flies out. Team Heretics look
Okay, there we go.
for a turn, but
Oh, we just don't feel like using it?
so desperate. You can see the stench right
Why not just use Poppy ult and then kill them?
split pushing in our bottom left. The whirling death
I guess
flies
just
out.
'cause you're
For a turn, but
splitting in bot?
again, they
Yeah,
look
alright,
so
fair enough.
desperate. You can see the stench coming off them as they run for the hill.
No rush, no rush.
Niski stays strong bot. And SK continues
Nicely
running the
done.
map and making sure team
He's on holidays. He's having a great old time. Getting some goal for himself.
Ulti
Been
out,
locked up.
all buffered though. Yankos comes in, the smite.
Shoes as well. Upgrade them. He's going to be so chill. But for Heretics, they want to see if they can try and
The
change
greediest
that.
recall?
Spotted. He's been
Ulti
locked
out,
up.
all buffered though. Yankos comes in, the smite helps him out a little bit. Flacken and Wonder on the way, the slide and glide. Niski's been targeted, the sun turret goes up. He's doing good damage, trying to outplay 1v2. Flacken taking up. The turret's going to do a lot of damage as he goes.
The Zonias.
Gets the severing bolt, which is an execute. And there, the damage is done. Nothing up in the bottom side, unfortunately, Dagda, but at least some gold back.
But with the build that you have on X-Kick, even picking up the Sundered Sky is not going to be able to do a huge amount towards Baron, so you try and find maybe a little bit more pick.
But is over the wall. Perks is coming in. Irrelevant's being super patient. He's got a 2-man now, but feared out before he can pull out in the bottom side. Heretics to keep this series, to keep their chances alive. He is on the way now, having respawned. They do Baron quick enough with a 3-item Draven, by the way. Now going into Fog of War. Team Heretics to keep this series, to keep their chances alive.
Yeah, Niski's going to absolutely rinse this on the Azir, and that's the one that they're really looking for, but keep your eyes on Irrelevant. He's not with the team. They're trying to
engage. He's a little bit early, running through. The Rel comes in from the back end. It's a
Oh
beautiful
my
ulti,
lord.
but flying
They still have
through the
Malphite.
whirling death is even worse. It's Irrelevant.
Oh, they're dead.
Flies on in.
That's it. That's the end of the game.
Smooth, you master of the top lane. He's already picked up a double. He's taken.
Perks is here, trying to get the damage from afar. Doss is low, maybe even try and snipe him out, but I just don't think there's very much that you can do in this situation. Blackhead will try and trade it for mid-tower, may get it with just not even one
Replay and look at perks.
Raven, by the way.
team.
Now going into Fog of War. Team Heretics to keep this series, to keep their chances alive.
Yeah, Niski's going to absolutely rinse this on the Azir, and that's the one that they're really looking for, but
He's in the back line. He is running around in circles.
It's a beautiful ulti, but flying through the whirling death is even.
He flashes next to Flackid, so they both get ulted.
Flies on in.
All right.
Keep it smooth, you master of the
He didn't want to be left out,
He's already
guys.
picked up a double. He's taken no
He wants to show solidarity and suffering with his teammates.
They just keep smacking these pros in the face.
and they're not going to stop. They're going to take the Baron as well. Perks is here, trying to get the damage from afar. Doss is low, maybe even try and snipe him out, but I just don't think there's very much that you can do in this situation.
Tom said this game will end with Perks flashing into Malfold at 3 minutes into the game. That's funny.
Very, very happy with this one. Goes Baron buff now.
The same as we watch this engage again with Doss's counter being so good.
But look where Flacket and Perks are. They have done nothing this entire time. The positioning from Irrelevant coming from mid lane, Doss hiding in the bush and getting really good opportunities to zone them away. They're able to separate the front and back line, and there's just nothing you can do.
As a fellow Australian, I know the words that came out of his mouth.
Opportunities to zone them away.
What does he say?
They're able to separate the front and back line, and there's just nothing you can do.
It's fucking what? I don't know what he said. It's fucking something.
The words that came out of his mouth, and I know they're not safe for air.
Backline, and there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah, he says trash. He says fucking trash, I think.
Doss hiding in the bush and getting really good opportunities to zone them away. They're able to separate the front and back line, and there's just nothing you can do.
It looks like he says fucking trash. Or you fucking twats.
I know the words that came
Ah, that's what he says.
and I know
Yeah, he says you fucking twats. That's what he says.
I love the reactions we're getting from the coaches.
You fucking twats.
Heartbreak for Peter.
I don't know. I don't know why he's mad. Like, it was a pretty good engage from his team.
relieved is definitely on his face.
Absolutely.
SK setting up now, pushing mid. You've got tier 2 in top going down as well. Wonder just trying to trade for position on this bot lane. I think they kind of know the base is going to be cracked here and just trying to see what they can do in response.
And they find some kind of comeback. I mean, it's 10k gold deficit. For Team Heretic, they held on long enough in game number 2, but this time SK...
What is the point of sacking so many people from the LEC, considering it's one of their better products? They don't want to share digital revenue with the teams, so they're cutting costs so that they can increase other revenue with the teams. So they're just going to nuke the product in the long term, which obviously isn't going to be good. But if they save money, then they can pass that money on to the teams who are asking for it without actually giving them a cut of any digital revenue.
As long as he catches blades, he can keep pressing W. Every time he catches a blade, W's out. W doesn't matter because Dragon's up, as you said. And SK have their name written all over it.
Okay, they're going to move over, make sure that they're able to pick this one up. And it was a nice...
Dude, it feels so bad. Yankos is at 1 item at 25 minutes. Oh, feels bad, man.
Not quite able to do so. I mean, 1,300 gold on the Red Bull Baron power play. You're going to be very happy with this as SK. And with nothing really left on the map for Heretics, like, where do you try and fight back? You've a 2-item Callista, a 2-item Way, and you're looking at 3 pushing 4 items coming in on SK's side.
Defining game that Fnatic probably now watching going, well, how do we prep against this? Waiting to see who they verse. Coming up next Monday.
I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about SK if I was Fnatic. They made a lot of mistakes this game.
I know, again, the game hasn't ended yet, but it feels like
the Heretics is just bad.
SK, with how they've been playing this out, with the different drafts we've gotten as well, and the engage tools that have just come out of nowhere.
And I think a game like this is going to give them a lot of confidence. I think that's kind of what we've missed from SK from the first few weeks versus what we got at the end of this split so far. This is going to be a game where they're, I mean, Isma going for these flash plays in the early stages. Now starting to move in here. This is what we expected from SK coming in towards playoffs. The aggression paying off, being able to set up Exekick for success. And now they're just a few steps away from being able to close out this game.
It's Perks who's doing the damage. A big shutdown, but the range finally comes through. Exekick gets a kill. Niski comes over the wall. Perks is out, but why did Niski do that? Look at the spiraling death.
But it's not an easy one.
Not.
Is this a classic Niski get a lead and then int? DOS actually engages and then gets hit by Gnarl. Everybody just inting in solidarity. Yep, he just walks into Gnarl for funsies.
Range finally comes through. X-Kick gets a kill. Niski comes over the wall. Perks is out, but why did Niski do that? He had flash available too.
What the fuck, man?
SK are botching it up, Dagda.
Doesn't actually matter because there aren't any objectives, but still.
Niski thought he could get the kill and flash back out, but Kaiser says no. His former teammate saying, stay right here with me, mate. You're not going to be able to get out of this one. And now, Heretics get a bit of time to slow the pace of the game down, find some gold on themselves. And as you say, Perks doing a lot of damage in that fight.
He's almost at 3 items too. I mean, when that Void stuff comes through, the spiraling despair, as you saw, when everyone's standing so close together.
Skylar RL, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, you have to catch Niski with that.
Niski at 1/4 HP. Yeah, this is get caught. Malphite ults way instead of ulting out. By the way, Malphite could have ulted out, guys. I just want you to know he could have gotten out of that. And they could have just walked away. Okay? Trade for 1 All right. All right. What are we doing? Move all your sand soldiers. Get 0 attacks on Perks. And then get CC'd to death by Via Nautilus.
Oh, no. No.
There's 5 people. That's what he said, I think.
I don't know how many hot springs or stuff hit after the game tonight.
I love this guy. Swiffer's too funny, man.
The coaching staff really deserve it at this point. It's been back and forth, and SK is still in the lead.
Dude,
Still
being
one
being a
down
coach in League of Legends is an actual fucking nightmare. Imagine just sitting there being powerless while your players do this. It's so annoying. And then you're the one who gets fired for some reason.
Well, no, let's take stock of where we're at. Because 30 seconds until Baron, SK are just trying to keep their push in. You've got super minions on the top side, which will hit just as that Baron spawns. So SK, I imagine, are going to try and rush it down. But as you say, like 3 items now with the complete on towards perks.
You get fired because you can't mind control your players to do something intelligent. And they just start happy gaming.
Still have to wait for Flacket.
Irrelevant has Flash ulti. Flash unstoppable force. Look at the angle. Ward expires mid. Wonder's the only one stepping up.
And also, if you yell at your players, then they like report you for being mean.
Find out they're separated, which they do now.
And then everybody on Twitter hates you because you were mean.
Now Baron is completely blind. They started off.
It's so dark, though.
Like, my coach is abusing me with his words. Maybe you deserve it.
Who has the flash as well. Baron's about to
Stop being a fucking twat. You know what I mean?
Make sure work of that. Isma gets engaged. It's irrelevant. Rather, the flip back is great from Niski too. Yankos comes in late. The spiraling despair is good, but SK have done it. It's a triple immediately over to Exa kick.
All right.
Finishes it all.
Finally.
The Americans
Ugh.
are gone. It's a super team into
Well,
super nothing
these are the
until
bangers, the only bangers we have, guys.
journey now, waiting to see what Fnatic can
Sometimes you have to make do with the bangers that you have instead of the bangers that you dream of.
makes that run all the more possible in the lower bracket.
SK will advance further into playoffs.
Rough week for the bangers.
It's gonna